Reminder, the canteen is still open over the other side of the field at the clubhouse. They will remain open till 5:30, so you've got about an hour if you want to get yourself something to eat or a cold drink. So while we have a break and play, might be a good time to wander over. Thank you.
Well, under the afternoon sun at Adamstown Oval, there's a sense that something has to give. Is this finally the day the Rosebuds rise? Still searching for that elusive first win of the season, Adamstown know they simply must change the script after conceding first in every match so far. The trend Martin Slade has made clear cannot continue if they're to turn promise into points. But standing in their way is a Broadmeadow Magic side brimming with confidence. A ruthless 6-0 demolition of Charlestown last Friday not only sent a message to the rest of the competition, but delivered their first clean sheet of the campaign. And now they're more than hungry for more. One side desperate to rewrite their story, the other determined to build momentum. Something has to give this afternoon. I'm Harry Scobie, and alongside me for this one is former Newcastle Jet striker, current New Lambton forward, and as I say every week, Golden Boot leader, Tara Andrews. Tara, what are you expecting from this one this afternoon?
Yeah, it's going to be a really good match-up today. I think, Broadmeadow Magic are obviously coming off a very good win last week, so they're in sort of fine form at the moment, and I think Adamstown are obviously searching for points now. So I think they've been a bit unlucky in some previous games to not get a win or get a few wins in a row. So I think today could potentially be the day for Adamstown, but it's going to be pretty hard to beat Broadmeadow Magic.
Well, I called with you a couple of weeks back, and that second half in particular, it was a story of staying on side and trying to time their runs. And unfortunately, they were home last week against Maitland. Weren't able to pick up a win there, losing out 2-0 to the potential premiership contenders in the Maitland Magpies. While we await the two teams to come out onto the field, let's run you quickly through the team list and how both sides line up for this afternoon's clash for Adamstown. Jenna Doyle will partner Georgia Hogg in defence. Olivia Snedden between the sticks as usual. Sophia Laurie joining the back line. McFadden, Cook, Gore and Horgan is the midfield combination in the front line. There's certainly some quality in attack with Cook, Marinette Swang and Tanya Jones. While for the Broadmeadow Magic, they've made two changes from that win last week. 6-0 over Charlestown. A bit of a statement victory, if you like. It's a pretty similar back line. Cameron, Furusar, Nolan and Lowe. Blanche between the sticks. It's a midfield three of Liddon, Cook and McGovern. Tori Johnson, she starts against her former side, the Buds leading the attack with Wimberley Wright and Small helping her. So much quality for both of these sides, Tara, this afternoon, especially in attack at one for mine. Tori Johnson against her former club showed a lot of spark when she came off the bench last week. I'm sure she'll be eager to prove a point this afternoon.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, Magic have come off the back of lots of goals last week, so I think they're going to try and continue that run with trying to get on the scoreboard early and get a few goals, but we've obviously got quality in the Adamstown team up the top as well, so hopefully this will be a game with lots of goals and a lot of excitement.
Well, another weekend at Darling Street Oval, Adamstown nearly clinched a point by turning around a 3-0 deficit. Certainly did look like, based off their first half performance, that they were going to be able to seal something from that game, but they were so close to clinching a point. But this afternoon, as the sun starts to go down, shade covering the field, is this the game where Martin Slade's side picked up their first 3 points. It'll be an important one if they are to do so. Both teams going through their last huddle. Tara, a 2-2 draw for your New Lambton Eagles last night. How would you assess that one?
Look, I was hoping you weren't going to bring that one up, but yeah, look, it was a tough game against Charlestown. A very physical game, I must say. But yeah, they're a tough team to beat, obviously, from the week before to go down 6-0 and then come out last night like they did. They obviously were there to prove a point. We probably did play our best, but that's how football goes sometimes.
I was going to say, this is the second round of fixtures. Like you mentioned, Tara, I guess it shows a clear a message that Charlestown are going to be a team that are going to battle every game, because they've certainly flipped the script from what they produced in round one, which was a 10-0 defeat to you guys at Lolcar Oval.
That's right. They've definitely gotten stronger and stronger every week. And I think, you know, if you look at the ladder board, they're coming second last. They're not actually last. They're not too bad, and they're definitely, I think, going to just keep improving every week. You know, sitting in that mid block and just being really physical, and obviously they can score goals still. So they'll be a tough team to beat, I think, for the remainder of the season.
Well, Martin Slade mentioned midweek that he still believes that everything is up for grabs for this Bud side in particular. I think the key will be this afternoon, making sure they start strong and do not fall behind early. So we'll wait. Kick-off here this afternoon. Adamstown's second home game of the season. Fair to say they matched it with Maitland last week. Fortunately not on the scoreboard.
I think if you look back at that game, and it's a 2-0 loss to Maitland, in all, the big scheme of things, that's probably not a bad result against a team like Maitland. So I think Adamstown should take some confidence from that game coming into this one.
Especially at home as well. And that's the thing, they've been good in patches this season, Adamstown. And looking at that attack again today, net swing looks like she'll start from the left. And Tanya Jones always a threat up front. But I think, like you mentioned, Adamstown, the only side as well as Broadmeadow to have only lost by 2 goals. It's a battle early on here. Laurie on the ball. Looks long for the run of Jones. Jones taps it forward. Goes to ground, wanting a free kick. Referee in the middle deemed nothing there. Broadmeadow will have a throw in on the halfway line.
I think the last time these two teams met, it was a 2-2 draw, so I think it's definitely going to be a very close contest today.
It's the opening game there at Magic Park. Probably a game both teams could have mentioned they should have stole 3 points from. Jones now wins it back. Magic, their first clean sheet of the season last week. No better time to do so at home in front of their fans, and a crucial part of that win was Wimberley Wright. Here she is here early on. Wright looking to dink the keeper. She is proving a name. What a signing for the Magic this season. And minutes into this one, she opens the scoring, Tara.
Yeah, and great hold-up play there. Nice and strong, obviously, to try and hold the defender off. And a bit of a battle there, I think, with Georgia Hogg, that was in the end. But she won that battle, and obviously beautiful finish there.
What a signing she's proving to be. You mentioned goals. We've had one within the matter of minutes to start this one this afternoon. 9 goals for the season. Tara Andrews, watch out. She's coming.
Got someone hot on the heels.
Adamstown now at the other end. Jones. Fast start to start this game. Unfortunately for Martin Slade, the fact that he won't like hearing is that trend continues. They still have not scored first in every game this season. Still not out of it yet though, only real early in this one. McFadden flicks it on. Jones looking to get on the end of one, but Brant comes out to claim. And
that's the exact start that Magic would would be looking for, obviously, to keep going from their game last week, starting with goals nice and early and putting the pressure on Adamstown.
Slade on the touchline looking a little bit frustrating. What a signing Wimberley Wright's proving to be, though, for this Broadmeadow Magic side. A threat up front.
Has she hurt a knee yet already?
They have an injury. Naya Small has gone to ground. Couldn't quite catch what happened there, Tara.
No, I didn't see what happened there, but injury early on is not ideal for the Magic team.
Broadmeadow only with what we're aware of 4 outfield players on the bench as well this afternoon, if I'm right. Chance now for Small to be assessed. A few players being told to warm up for the visitors. Jessica Wallace back into the side this evening, only fit enough for a place on the bench. Could she be the one that comes onto the field here if Small is unable to continue in judging? By the way, she's gone back to her feet. It doesn't look like she'll be able to play any further part in this one, which is a huge shame for the Magic.
Yeah, it's never good when you see a player come off like this. Needs to be assisted. Obviously, Magic are going to have to make a really early change here, and I'm sure Jessica Wallace probably wasn't thinking that she'd come on this early. It doesn't look like she's getting ready to go on.
Could be a like-for-like replacement. Olivia Otto, the one on the touchline, ready to take her place. Grabbed the brace last week and Magic 6-0 win over Azzurri. 2 really well taken goals by Olivia Otto. Not starting this one, but within a matter of minutes into this contest, she'll take her place.
I think it's a bit rough. Someone scores 2 goals the previous week and then they get put on the bench. I'm sure she's got a point to prove now being back on the field.
Looks like she might go to a higher role as well, partnering Johnson and Wright in attack. Nonetheless, hopefully nothing too serious for Small. Play does resume though. Here is Wright. Lovely turn by Wimberley Wright. Looking for options on forward. She's got Johnson out to the right. Johnson's early ball. Looking for the substitute Otto at the back stick. Liddon flicks one on. Otto inside, looking for the 1-2. This is well played by the Magic. Otto loses her footing a little bit. And across comes Horgan and wins the goal kick for the Buds. Here's Jenna Doyle now. Searching for options. Magic pressing quite high. Jones now has net swing out left and runners pouring on forward. Net swing the target. That pass bit too under hit. Cook feeds it through. Johnson battling. Probably worth mentioning as well, the host this afternoon, no Ash Vedder. Already 2 goals to her name this season, not on the team sheet this afternoon. Here's Johnson now, the former Bud, looking for Wright.
Yeah, I think not having Ash Vedder out there, you know, obviously a pretty fast winger who can get up and down the sideline and produce goals for Adamstown. So it's probably a bit of a loss for them not to have her this afternoon. But they've still got a pretty strong forward line that I think can score some goals for them.
It's interesting seeing net swing off the left. Usually she's playing in that 10 or even a 9 role. Obviously Tanya Jones, the one leading the line today. Interesting to see how net swing will go out on the left-hand side.
Yeah, it might give a little bit more space out there just to get the ball at the feet and dribble at the fullback. But it'll be interesting to see.
As we mentioned, a lot of quality in attack for Adamstown, but nothing to show in terms of wins so far this season. Adamstown happy to recycle all the way back through. Cook now, a part of what seems to be a back three for the Buds this afternoon. Netswang played in behind. The touch a little bit too heavy. Wins it back well though. Netswang searching for options, decides to go herself. Right idea. That one just rolls out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, she did well to keep that ball in, and I wasn't sure if that was a shot or a cross there in the end, but it wasn't too far away.
It's Broadmeadow now, trying to play their style of football out from the back. Nolan looks long up the line, intercepted by Laurie. Now it's some magic. Tori Johnson finds herself in space out wide. That touch a bit too heavy, but she regathers it well. Johnson on the burst, has numbers in front of her, decides to go herself. I think that was closer than it seemed from up here, Tara.
Yeah, look, that was a great strike. I had a lot of venom behind it, and I'm sure Olivia Snedden there wasn't sure if it was going inside or outside the post, which is why she made that dive, and yeah, lucky for her in the end that it was wide.
So much firepower in both these sides' attack, but Johnson not in the starting lineup last week. Being selected by Dean Cook this afternoon. Sure, she'll be keen to prove a point up against her old side. Inches away there from making it 2-0 to Magic. Still pressing up the other end now. Lovely ball played in. Snedden comes out to claim. She's in the mood to get it forward straight away for the Buds. Laurie with a lot of space in front of her. Tries to look up the line for Jones. Jones a target. McFadden doesn't have too many options. Up the line now. It's a bit of a scramble in there. Laurie comes out with it. Back to Jenna Doyle, but urged on and being chased down by Wimberley Wright. It's going to be a good battle as the afternoon progresses between those two. Wimberley Wright searching for a 10th goal of the season. Now Jones the target in behind. First at using Blanche. Blanche nicking one out wide, low. Dispossessed, but that one should fall back into the hands of the Broadmeadow Magic custodian. Picked up a crucial clean sheet last weekend against Azuri. Here she is here, knocking this one forward well beyond the halfway line. Laurie now being pressed by Otto. Find space in the middle of the park. This one will go all the way through into the hands of Olivia Snedden.
And Adamstown are still trying to play through their usual game. They're trying to, play some good football, try and play through the lines. They're getting a little bit of success, and obviously, occasionally, Magic are quite aggressive and they're winning the ball back quite high.
I think that's the thing with the Buzz, not shying away from their brand of football, although the results haven't come. Certainly a good thing to see as well. The Martin Slade's been drilling it into them to keep playing their way. We really like to hold the ball as they do so here. Here's Jenna Doyle. Looking long for Jones. This one over the top of Broadmeadow's defence. Jones is onside and takes an early strike, and it rolls just wide of the post. And I think there was a touch there from Blanche. A crucial save there from Broadmeadow Magic's keeper.
Yeah, look, I think if she had that one again, it sort of just got away from her a little bit and she couldn't get the power on it that she wanted. I could see Martin Slade there hands on his head, obviously, hoping that first goal would go in, but really good chance there for Adamstown in behind with Tanya Jones.
I was going to say it was a great ball from Doyle as well to find Jones. Here's a delivery by Horgan. And Jones on the strike, and it finds its way in. Straight from the set piece, and Adamstown hit back. And after missing a chance seconds ago, it is Jones who equalises for the Buds.
Yeah, I think she made up for that first attempt there. She thought, got to get a goal after that shot. So, fantastic finish there from the corner from Jones.
Possibly one straight from the training ground. It seemed a little bit too easy. Magic caught unaware. And that's a response Martin Slade will be after. Jones brings up her 4th of the season. We have a game on our hands here. Magic immediately goes up the other end. Doyle out to Laurie. Lovely switch from Doyle to open up space on the far side. Net swing. Lovely turn up against Cameron. Kersar sends that one back forward. You'd certainly be silly to think there's not more goals coming in this one, as you mentioned earlier, Tara. 2-2 when these two sides met at Magic Park earlier in the season. It's been certainly an intense start to start this one.
It has been. I think, I think Adamstown have probably had a little bit more possession than the Magic so far, a little bit more control in the game, and obviously now to be able to make it 1-1, I think they'll try and keep that momentum now and try and stay on top of Magic.
They certainly know how to come from behind. The Buzz have shown great character on a couple of occasions this year. That free kick goes away of Martin Slade's side, just over the halfway line. McFadden first to grab the ball. So it's McFadden, decides not to send it in the box. Out wide to Cook. Cook back to McFadden, looking for the 1-2. Cook not able to reel that one in.
And you can see again there, Adamstown, obviously, free kick in the middle of the park. Do you send it into the box? Do you play? And they decide to play. So that just shows, I guess, the type of football that they want to play. Like we said before, their brand of football, trying to keep playing, play through the lines, keep possession.
Here's Jenna Doyle again looking for Jones in behind. That's going to be a threat for the Magic's defence as this one progresses, but a free kick goes away on Broadmeadow.
I am glad to see Adamstown be a little bit more direct at times too. I think when we watched them last time, against Olympic, they did keep trying to get those balls in behind, but maybe, they quite were, like, a lot of offsides we saw. So I think today...
A few more than a lot.
So still to be direct, try and play through the lines, but be direct when it's needed.
It's good to see that they've maybe, up until now, I don't want to put the commentator's curse on it, but they've done some work on the training paddock to time their runs. Superb to watch Jenna Doyle looking for Jones at times. Those two seem to have a good understanding. Both coaches up on their feet early into this one.
Yeah, a lot of tension. It's obviously hanging in the balance at the moment.
That ball looking long, it'll go all the way through into the hands of Olivia Sneddon. A lot riding on this clash for the Buds. Searching for not only their first win of the season, but also their first at Adamstown Oval. We've had a few games at Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility as well to start the season. They've had a taste of a lot of grounds. Here's net swing. An error from the Magic invites the Buds forward. Jones trying to scramble her way through. Looks like she's picked up an injury potentially in the process. She's come out of that one limping. The Buds still on the front foot. Blanche comes out to claim.
That was a good tackle there. I'm not sure who it was in the end, but a good tackle from Magic to not let Jones get a little bit further into the box and take that shot.
No free kick given, and the Magic straight up the other end. Snedden with an important save. It was Wimberley Wright, who doesn't mind shooting from distance. Georgia Cook still asking the question. Johnson now delivers early, blocked. Now net swing. Feeds it into Jones. Marshalled well by Ferrisat. Now Johnson released again down this right, looking to turn on the afterburners. Skips past a couple. Tori Johnson's ball in. Snedden can't get there, but it'll roll all the way through. And that one, I think it's just a throw in.
It was a great ball. I think it was, went straight under Snedden's arms, and if had someone back post, it probably would have just been a little tap in.
Well, the Magic built up 6 last week, as I mentioned before this one. The highest number of goals they've scored all season. And now Jones up the other end for the Buds. Runners pouring on forward. Net swing was the target in behind, that Jones collected on the way through. And you'd expect potentially this one to be lofted forward into the box, Tara.
Yeah, it might be a little too far for a shot. Obviously, Marley Blanche is in goals there, a good shot stopper. So it might just be floated sort of in towards that back post.
Net swing does have Laurie out to the right.
I'd say if Enswing's taken it, she's gone for the shot.
Net swing to line this one up. She'll have a go from distance. It's not a bad strike. Well, you're on the money there, Tara. Mary Netswang gives the Buds the lead, and they've completed the turnaround early into this first half. What a strike from Adamstown's number 35.
Great placement there. She was right in the top corner, and obviously Blanche just couldn't quite get her hands to it, and they flipped through her fingers a little bit there, but a great strike there from Mary Netswang.
You called it, Tara. Netswang completes the current turnaround for the Buds. Martin Slade and the coaching staff there for Adamstown certainly impressed with that one.
I'm sure he's got a little bit more relief in him at the moment, a little bit more calm, but I wouldn't say that's the end of the goal still.
Is this bound to be an exciting afternoon for the Buds? A great character thus far. That one from Blanche finds its way onto the Buds coaching staff and bench. Now Wimberley Wright. Trying to be played to feet. Adamstown have done well to shut her down on a couple of occasions. Otto out to Johnson. Johnson looks over the top. There's a few runners in behind. Orban comes across though. Now the throw in. Wimberley Wright on the turn. This is where she's so dangerous. Feeds it out to Johnson. Looking for a right foot. Shot blocked. Liddon now. He steps through for a sat. Low. Into Otto. This is great build-up play for the Magic. Right, just couldn't get that one under control. Snedden can slow things down for the Buds. Jones looking for runners. Now it's Magic. This game starting to turn end-to-end. Wimberley Wright. Jenna Doyle with a grab of the shirt. No advantage played there, and the referee will come back. And the first booking of the afternoon goes to Adamstown, Jenna Doyle.
There's been some solid challenges so far. I'm surprised that's sort of the first one that he's put in the book, but yeah, holding her back there, Jenna Doyle, obviously not letting Wimberley Wright go, and you don't want to let her go because she can strike from that type of distance. And she's probably going to take this shot now.
I was going to say, this one's a little bit further out than the net swing one, but judging by the run-up, you wouldn't be surprised. She decides to whip this one high into the air. So the referee, what's he picked up on here? Maybe an issue with the net. Olivia Snedden rolling out to the bench. Mark Slade on his feet.
I think he's worried about the net. Just in case it slips in that near post on from the outside. I'm not sure if you saw the Matildas attempt a goal in their game the other day, but looks like to me that the goal went in, and the referee said that it came from outside and went through the net when there was no hold. So making sure that type of thing won't happen here.
This looks like it'll take a couple minutes. Gives a lot of time for Wimberley Wright. Maybe someone should pass her a phone and watch back the net swing effort. Take a few tips. But while we await this, let's talk you through the games so far this round. Obviously last night at Order Park, Missouri clinching a point. 2-2 in that one. And then tomorrow, Darling Street Oval, Newcastle Olympic host Lake Macquarie. Perfect afternoon shaping up of football. Not a cloud around today. Certainly perfect football weather. I know as we approach the back end of the season is where the rain starts to come into play and a few washouts.
That's right. Let's keep our fingers crossed that doesn't happen too much this season. Obviously, it's starting to cool down today, and it's perfect football weather. I know at the start of the season, you tend to get a little bit too hot in some games, have drinks breaks, and then we quickly get into very cold weather and playing football at night in those temperatures.
Everything looks to be all good. Olivia Snedden sorting out the wall. But it will be Wimberley Wright standing over this one. She's already got one to her name this afternoon. It'll be Wright from distance, and a great save by Snedden. Needed to be. Magic fans shouting for a penalty on Johnson. Johnson still. They've done well there to earn themselves a corner, but that strike, we talk about venom, that had a bit of power behind it.
It did. It had a lot of power behind it, and Snedden had to be on her toes to obviously save that one. It was going towards the side, so a great strike and a great save in the end.
Johnson turned provider last week from the corner spot for Otto's brace. Here she is again into a dangerous area. Jones clears. Adamstown, can they start a counter-attack here? They've got numbers pouring on forward. It's now into the path of Johnny Bregor. That one will roll out of play, and Magic have done well to get numbers behind the ball. That swing, tidy footwork. Jones now uses her body well, searching for space, finds it out on the right. Sophie Cook around the defender, and that last touch is a little bit too heavy and run out of play. It's a good sign nonetheless from the Buds.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of pressure on Magic here. They're winning the ball back. As soon as they lose it, they're trying to win it back straight away and stay in this front third.
Furisat to knock this one long. Johnson the target. Net swing releases Jones straight away. Punching tackle there, nothing given by the referee. Here's Levi Cameron. Searching for options, Adamstown. Pressing high well, they've won it back. Bit scrappy over the far side, but Magic playing nice football now. Now they're looking behind for the run of Otto. Adamstown captain Laurie there to intercept. Johnson McGovern provides a run in behind. Her first time cross. Cleared initially. McFadden. It's now a chance for the Buds to play out themselves. Magic have picked this ball off here. It's back to the host now. There's space for net swing in the middle of the park. A few runners out to the right. Billy Johnson doing a defensive duty as well. Now looking to start an attack of her own. Again, it breaks down. And it's Adamstown back with the ball. Jones slips it forward. Marley Blanche caught in two minds, but she does well. Claim that one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a midfield battle at the moment. Not one team really has a lot of controlled possession in that midfield, and they keep winning it back off each other, so I'm sure one of them want to try and get a bit of a stranglehold in that midfield area.
Yeah, seems a bit cagey in the last few minutes. Adamstown wouldn't mind it that way. It's a free kick. Jones, a bit of a few afters with low. Net swing. This is well outside her distance. She'll leave this one for Horgan. Horgan's ball in. It's high into the air. Magic win the initial header. Now Wimberley right, trying to hold up play. Martin Slade riding every emotion. Wimberley right, putting the pressure there on Doyle. Adamstown again have done well to play out here. Jones. Horgan now. Looks in field. That pass picked off, but regathered now. And Adamstown looking out wide, but a great interception. Neen Nolan. Now it's a chance for the Magic to break. Pass a bit overhit. Doyle sends it out wide to Laurie. Laurie turns it over though. Wimberley right. Sends one out wide, but Johnson wasn't on the same wavelength.
I think sometimes Adamstown, they want to keep playing out and they want to play into that area, but sometimes decisions not quite right, and they need to think about maybe not playing into that area when they're getting pressed and maybe looking for that forward pass.
Jones seems to be the target. She's won a foul here on halfway. Adamstown will commit some bodies forward here. McFadden standing over this one. Not too many Adamstown bodies forward. This one high into the air, it'll fall. Hetzwang trying to pick up the scraps.
It's probably a little interesting there. There wasn't a lot of attackers or defenders getting in for that set piece.
Quite cagey in there in the box. Not too many players committing themselves forward. Adamstown with good territory of the ball. Jones up against McGovern. Both go ground. McFadden's little dink, and that swing was free in behind. Here is Laurie, who's been very busy early on. Olivia Snedden. Press coming in here from the Magic, but the Buds have done well to play out, and that's a shame there because they had plenty of space afforded to it.
Yeah, they got out of that pressure and just obviously couldn't get that control there for Cook on that left-hand side.
That would be frustrating though for Martin Slade because you work on playing out of trouble so much, and then when you think there's acres of space in front of you, that last touch just lacking. Showing better signs today though are the Buds. Net swing. Beats a couple, dinks it forward. Sophie Cook, the target in behind. A few Magic defenders have given up on this. Cook does well. Gone to ground. Martin Slade shouting for a penalty.
Yeah, I think Sophie Cook got to that ball and there was 3 Magic defenders around. I think they all, as you said, gave up on the ball and she just kept her run going. Obviously got to that ball. Bit of a questionable tackle there.
Tori Johnson now beating a couple. Now it's Cameron. Low back out to Cameron. They're looking for the breakthrough here, the Magic. Johnson decides to recycle. So Magic happy to keep the ball. 2-1 down in this one. An early Wimberley right goal cancelled out by the Buds. Here's one of the goal scorers, Netswang. A lovely turn. Releases the run out right. Just picked off there by Lowe. Doyle in field. Horgan looks for the run of Cook. Cook looking to reel this one in. Lovely dummy. Her left-footed cross, and Jones almost thought that could have been a bicycle kick.
Yeah, a bit of a side bicycle there. It was good build-up play. I think, a couple of chances there from Adamstown. Obviously, Enswang tried to play that through ball. Not enough weight on the ball, but they got another chance there.
Magic's form quite mixed on the road this season. 1 draw, 1 win, and 1 loss away from Magic Park. It's a lovely dummy from Jones. Laurie to send this one into the box. There's a few numbers. Jones out right to Cook. Cook, early ball in, a flick on, and a chance here for the Buds. Has to go over the line, and I think it has now. It was an anxious wait from the Buds' perspective. I wasn't sure what actually was going down there, but Adamstown bring up 3. And Magic, they're shocked here early.
Yeah, look, I think great ball in. Obviously, get a little bit of a header on that one, and then I think that was a bit of a shin roll to kick the ball, hit the crossbar, and obviously it got over the line in the end, which is very difficult to see from this angle. But there we go, Adamstown 3-1 up.
Well, I had eyes on both the 4th official and the referee, and it looked like a bit of confusion between the two of them, but ultimately, Adamstown bring up 3, and after trailing within what you could say was probably first minute of the game, they've done well to work their way back into this contest. Thoroughly deserving of their lead. If you're an Adamstown fan, don't want to jinx it too early, but they'd be quite comfortable with this lead heading into the halftime break, which is not too far away.
I think it just shows this league anything can happen in any game, right? So, last night, obviously 2-2 draw, Adamstown and New Lambton. We've got Adamstown up 3-1 after Magic won 6-0 last week. So it really just depends whose day it is, and who's playing well and aggressive enough on the day, and who takes their chances.
It's crazy this competition. Magic sent almost what was a statement last weekend at home to Charlestown. They're under the pump here. Johnson played on the 1-2. Tori Johnson weeks that one in, and Magic do reduce the deficit. And I think it could be an own goal. Johnson's ball out wide finds its way through. And this is a 5-goal first half as it stands. Action-packed.
Just like I said, this league is crazy, and it can turn that quickly. I think Snedden was probably not close enough to a near post then, and obviously Tori Johnson just found the inside there.
Do not take your eyes off this one. Magic talked about Adamstown showing great character. They pull one back. I'm still unsure as to whether that was an own goal or whether Tori Johnson will go down as her goal against her former side. Now the Magic fans urging their side on to finish this first half strong. Nolan sends it up the line, but Laurie clears that one out of play for now. Wembley right, again the target. Looking in field, Space out right if they can find it. Otto. So this one finds the air. Brings a bit of trouble for Horgan, who eventually gets their head on it. Now Cook, back to Laurie. Magic swarming from all areas. They've won it back here. Wimberley right, looking out right for Johnson. Now net swing. Clever feet again. Looking for runners in behind. Jones will now be fed on forward. Tanya Jones, it's a decent strike and it'll find its way in. And the Buds restore that 2-goal buffer. Martin Slade certainly impressed with that one. Wow. This game just keeps on delivering.
Not much else I can say. I think when I was thinking about her taking that shot, I thought she's a little bit too wide. It's going to be a really tough angle. And then she just has that strike and catches Marley Flinch out a little bit. And now we're at 4-2, 6 goals in the first half. It's going to be an exciting second half, isn't it?
Said 5 goals in this first half a couple minutes ago, and I should have been pretty silly enough to think that wouldn't have been more. That relieves a little bit of pressure for the Buds heading into the halftime break. 3-2. It's a bit of a scary scoreline. The 4-2 gives them a bit more confidence. And who's to say there's not more goals to come in this first half? They're turning up the heat today, the Buds. It's right up against Doyle. Wimberley right being chased down by a few. She'll use the byline to full effect. Doyle coming across, and it's a strong challenge by the former Adamstown skipper. Now Magic, do they have a goal of their own to hit back with? It's a quick taken corner all the way deep to the back stick, and that's frustrating. Not too many numbers forward there. Maybe she could have slowed that one down there, Wimberley right, but we do have an injury. Ferrisat, I believe, goes to ground. Naya Small in the opening few minutes was unable to continue this one. Not too sure what's occurred here.
Seems like it's been a pretty physical game. A lot of hard challenges so far. So I'm wondering if she's picked up a knock or it's something else.
Chance for Magic to reset. They've come over to their bench. Buds happy to stay out there for now. As I mentioned, too much depth on that Magic bench today. They've already had to use the introduction of Olivia Otto, Master Antonio, Jessica Wallace and Kate Spranger, from what we're aware. The substitutes that are available, if Dean Cook needs to turn to one of those, Jess Wallace missed last week after that red card against Maitland. So Ferrisat comes over to the sideline. I'm not sure whether she'll continue.
A nice little reset for both teams here. I think I was getting a little hectic, lots of goals, so I think that would have calmed the game down, which Adamstown would probably be happy about.
Choose that clock down that little bit more. 4 goals for the Buds in the first half. They struggled to score 4 throughout the 90 this season, so something pleasing for them. But Martin Slade will know the job is far from done. Like you said, Tara, it makes for an exciting second half. First, that returns to the field, which is good news for the Magic. We are down a few troops, as I just mentioned, on the bench, but we wouldn't be surprised if they turn to some of those plays in the second half. Try and look for a spark. Oh, that's a lovely turn from Jones. She's got runners in behind her. Will she go herself? And into the hands of Blanche. But again, sure you'll be impressed with that one, Tara, as a striker yourself. That lovely little turn and spin.
Yeah, a little flick. Obviously, defenders come nice and tight and running towards the ball, and you can sort of flick it around them like that. Beautiful little play there.
Here is Jones. It goes to ground again in Adamstown. And himself a free kick. Faden lofts it forward. Jones in a battle, loses out. Now Broadmeadow up the other end. Liddon comes out left here. Otto, if she times her run, and that pass just not on the same wavelength. Ruby Cook was the one trying to feed that one forward.
And the last couple of balls into Snedden's hand, she's just decided to kick long. So they're obviously stopped playing out a little bit, relieve the pressure, don't do anything silly.
On the lock-up shot before the break. Laurie, lovely little turn, trying to feed Netswang. Slade up on his feet on the bench. Here's a chance again for Netswang. Feeds it through. It's a lovely ball. McFadden looking again for Netswang. She goes to ground. No penalty, sorry, given. Cook now. It's been very busy in this first half. Looking to go all the way through, and she's pushed off the ball. Of course, a little bit under hit. Adamstown looking to end the half strong. Still battling the Buds, urged on by their head coach Martin Slade. Morgan plays one up the line. I think it's fair to say Cook's got through a lot of running in this first half.
She definitely has. I think Adamstown are just trying to lock them in that front third now. Some really good touches there from Enswang earlier.
Magic, do they have something of their own to give before the break? Wimberley right. Trying to feed it forward for Liddon. He's knocked off the ball, without the ball. Net swing again, lovely footwork. Looks for Jones in behind. Adamstown, another chance, and Jones looks early. Marley Blanche seemed confident. From up here, it certainly looked like that one could have rolled into the net. But a good passage of play again from the Buds.
Yeah, I think that combination play now between Enswang and Tanya Jones up top is really working. Looks like Enswang's gone more into the 10 role now. Getting on the ball, she's got great feet. Lots of combination play has been really good to see.
Yeah, that's the point. She's moved into that number 10 role and eager to get on the ball and create opportunities. She's urging the team on forward here again. Laurie makes the overlapping running behind. Levi Cameron misses the header. Chance here for Johnny Bree-Gore. Jones brings it down. No Adamstown plays following in though, and Marley Blanche can calmly hold on to this one.
I think Adamstown can get a lot more success with those balls in behind. The back line for Magic is not very square, so a little bit staggered, which makes it very easy for through balls.
McFadden there looking to end the half strong. Can't be too long left now on the clock. Magic, not much of a rush. I'd say it'll be back to the drawing board at half-time, looking for a way back into this one. I think they'll be pleased in some areas that they haven't conceded a fifth. Although, like you said, in this competition, anything is possible. I wouldn't count out a Magic comeback in the second half. Cook to Laurie. Laurie in field. Net swing. Holding up play well. Releases a lovely ball and the space out left here for the Buds. Do they have something to end the half? It's Jones in behind. Has Cook at the back stick. Goes herself. And it's another very important save. She's had 4 put past her this afternoon, Marley Blanche. The credit has to be given where due. She's kept them in the game here in this first half.
She has, and like I said before, those through balls, Tanya Jones again right on that last line. Obviously a through ball there again, and a fantastic save from Miley Blank. She's definitely helping him out this afternoon and keeping that score a little bit lower.
So Jones's first goal, the equaliser, came from this similar position. Horgan to take. Adamstown pouring runners forward. Jones is the target again, gets ahead to it. Still not cleared. Blanche can get her hands to it now, looking to potentially start a counter-attack for the Magic. Cameron now into Johnson, but again, Adamstown doing really well off the ball. Jones on the turn. Still going, not long left in this half. Now it's Magic's turn. Liddon. He's got Otto out left. Feeds it through to her. Again, a bit too much speed on that pass. Much to the frustration of Dean Cook. Wembley Wright doing defensive duties. This one will fall into the middle of the park. Liddon does well to win, but unfortunately loses her footing. Could have been a chance there for the Magic, but Netswang up the other end, out left. It's a lovely step over. Netswang still with the ball, searching for options. Despite her going on a little run there, it comes to an end.
Yeah, look, it just looks like she's having a bit of fun out there at the moment. Ball looks like it's glued to her foot.
So obviously, not too long to go now this first half. Had a good 2 or 3 minutes of stoppage from that net issue early into the game. Adamstown though, they'll keep playing until that whistle. Laurie feeds it to Netswang. Netswang's first time touch. It's a lovely turn. She's in the mood this evening, Tara, that's for sure.
She is. She's had a very good half. I think she'll be very important for Adamstown going into that second half. That combination, like I said earlier, with Tanya Jones. She's got some really good touches, 1-2s. She can turn plays.
Looks like, especially at this afternoon, that she's been given a bit of a freedom to roam left and then centrally. I'm not sure if that's something that would have been mentioned midweek, but it's certainly working for the Buds, and I think a creative player like her, it probably suits her game.
That's right. I think, look, she goes where the space is and tries to pick up the ball.
Jones sends this one high. Liddon goes to ground, net swing. She's got players all around her net swing. She'll do well to get out of this one. Plays it back. An early strike taken along the ground. Sonny Bree-Gore goes to ground. So does Furusat. Magic now really struggling to play out. Half-time couldn't come sooner for them. Net swing. That's a free kick advantage given, and they will come back for the foul.
And what do you think from this distance?
It's a tough one.
I think McFadden's over the ball now, so likely be a cross.
Adamstown players make sure to follow this one in. I'm not sure that she will go for goals. It's a big run up from McFadden. That one played to the front, stick a deflection, but into the hands of Blanche. Space for Tori Johnson if she can get in behind. Adamstown. To the back, that's a shove there from Jones.
Stay on the field and score your goal. Let's get a card out, ref!
The crowd's really getting into this game, aren't they? It's obviously pretty exciting. Lots of good challenges, lots of goals, and they're really getting into this game.
I was going to say, there's a strong contingent of Broadmeadow fans, as they always do. But, unfortunately for the Magic, they will head into the breakdown. It's been an action-packed first half. Adamstown, as it stands, well on their way to their first win of the season. But all in all, Tara, it just makes for an exciting second half.
It does. A very deserved lead there from Adamstown. They're obviously feeling it today, and obviously getting those goals. They're putting a lot of pressure on Magic, and Magic are struggling to get out. So it's a good half from Adamstown. They just need to make sure that they're bringing it again in the second half.
Exactly right. We'll take a short break here on the North New South Wales YouTube channel and resume things for what's sure to be an exciting second half.
Oh yeah, that's the feeling. Progress. Momentum. Getting somewhere. That's what it feels like when you bank with Newcastle Permanent. With local experts and award-winning customer service. We're here for you, and we're here for good. yeah, that's the feeling. Progress. Momentum. Getting somewhere. That's what it feels like when you bank with Newcastle Permanent. With local experts and award-winning customer service. We're here for you, and we're here for good.
Oh no, so it's not one. So we ding! And he's like, are we going again? He's saying, yep, ding! Oh. We should have targeted. We should have targeted.
You should go front.
Hang on, go. Which leg are you going to run on?
Well, welcome back to Adamstown Oval. Hope you've all had time to digest that first half. It was a crazy, action-packed, end-to-end first half. Whippley Wright and Tori Johnson on the score sheet for the Magic, but it wasn't enough. The brace to Tanya Jones, one to Mary Netswank from a free kick, and then Johnny Brigor, we believe, is the one that got the goal, the third for the Buds. And the Buds making their way back onto the field now. Tara, where does this game go from here? It's hard to predict.
It is. Look, if I say more goals, I've said it before in other games and there's been none in the second half, but I think this game's far from over. I think, obviously, Magic will come out pretty hard now after that first half, but I think for Adamstown, obviously, they want to keep their foot on the throat. So they're playing some good football. They've got a bit of mongrel in them, and they're going to want to keep pressing and keep putting the pressure on Magic and try and stay, obviously, on top and not let them through. So it's going to be a really interesting second half. I hope there's more goals, but we'll see what happens.
It doesn't look like there's too much movement on the bench for both sides. One thing that is for sure is Jessica Wallace, the number 9 for the Magic, after missing last weekend against Azuri, makes her way onto the field. She's certainly going to be a handful for the Magic. It'll be Tanya Jones to get us back underway as the lights in full effect here at Adamstown Oval. Nice night for football, a bit chilly, it's fair to say. Nonetheless, a reaction needed from the Magic if they want to find a way back into this game, as Netswang immediately thumps that one forward.
Yeah, and it looks like Wallace has come up into the number 9 position, and Wimberley Wright's just dropped back into that 10 position, which we've probably seen her more regularly play.
Gives an opportunity for Wright to get on the ball in a deeper position. Adamstown though, Jones sends it forward. Cook not able to get a head onto that one. It's a scary attack when you look at both sides of the camp. Lydia Otto, Tori Johnson, Jessica Wallace and Wright for the Magic. Jones, Cook, Netswang in particular for the Buds. Netswang really impressive in that first half. Scored from distance, but also, as we mentioned, given a bit of a freedom to roam out onto the left and centrally. It's Adamstown turning up the pressure. Magic looking to play out from the back, and that touch. Levi Cameron not able to get a foot onto it. Netswang now. Ricochet falls into her path and touched a little bit too heavy by Johnny Breed-Gore, but Jones, it favours her. First touch inside. Levi Cameron gets a touch, but only at the cost of a corner.
And Adamstown have started the same way. They finished that first half, so they're starting strong and trying to put a lot of pressure. They're pressing, obviously, every ball to try and keep it up in their front third again, so it's a good start.
They extend their buffer here with Faden to take into a dangerous area. It's confusion in the box, still not held by Blanche. Still not held. And now a free kick is awarded. Saw a similar goal last week to Olivia Otto in their 6-0 win for the Magic against Azuri. That type of situation where if you can put a ball nice and high and create confusion in the box. Talk about Adamstown trusting their principals, holding onto the ball. It's Magic looking to play out from the back here. Cameron battling for Asat, who's able to continue despite a little knock in the first half. Magic here struggling to get out of their own half. Cameron into Johnson. That relieves a bit of pressure up the field to Wallace, her first involvement. Wimberley Wright wins it back, and here is Wallace driving into space. Wins it back, and she's full of energy since coming off the bench. Here she goes again, played in behind Jessica Wallace. Not too many options up in support. She'll have to do it herself. Adamstown getting numbers back with a free kick to the Magic. A bit of afters following as well.
Yeah, interesting there. Jess Wallace obviously got a lot of energy coming on the field there. Had to sort of go on her own and got a free kick in a great area here. I think Wright would stand over this one. A really good distance for her. And we saw her strike earlier in the first half, so if she has any type of venom on it like that one, very good chance here.
She did well with that first attempt in the first half, and that was on a tight angle. This one more centrally, right outside the box. Like you mentioned, Tara, dangerous this for the Buds. What connection can Wright get behind it?
I think Adamstown have got a few more plays in the wall this time, so they only had 2 in that first half.
Wimberley Wright to take. And not sure what's being given here. That one well over the bar. Not sure this is a goal kick, I believe.
Must have been something to do with the wall, I think. Potentially maybe a little bit of push and shove in there. It was a Magic play very close to the wall.
The Snedden to take well outside her box. Bit unfortunate there for the Magic. The shot not on target. Good swing though. Recycles. Johnson pinches it. Tori Johnson with 1 goal to her name. Looks to flip it through to right. Being urged to press here, the Buzz, and they've won well. Jones played in behind, searching for a hat-trick. Martin Slade a little bit frustrated that Jones wasn't able to get that 1 goal down there, Tara.
Yeah, very, a lot of frustration on the sideline there. Obviously a really good position there for Jones to get into, and I think, you know, she just sort of lifted her head a little bit before she took that strike, and it obviously went over the bar. I'm sure she would have liked that again, try and keep it down a little bit more, but some good pressure from Adamstown. I think they just need to be careful that they don't overplay from the back. Broadmeadow obviously trying to press a lot and win that ball back, so they need to make sure they're not overplaying.
Here's the skipper, Laurie, dinks that one high. The second half could most certainly be about taking your chances, especially from an Adamstown perspective, if Magic are to work their way back into this game. Right, dropping deep. Otto committed herself too far forward. Not really knowing how to play, but Sophie Cook has come out worse.
Yeah, I'm sure if she had a dove there, she might have got a free kick with that late challenge.
This ball thumped forward now. Wallace in behind, up against Georgia Hogg, who's been solid at the back alongside Doyle. And again, Jessica Wallace has wasted no time getting herself into the action in the second half. A yellow card, the second of the evening, has been awarded there.
To Georgia Hogg, that's it. A little bit of biff. I think Jessica Wallace is obviously getting on their nerves. She's obviously being a little bit of a menace up top now. And Georgia Hogg just bit back then and obviously had that little bit of a shove.
Jessica Wallace, 6 years away from football, starting on a new career here down under. Few imports for the Magic this season, not all featuring in the squad this evening, although Master Antonio is an option if Dean Cook needs to turn to her. Jones wins out against Otto. Lovely footwork, a few plays go to ground.
This game's getting a little bit of tension in it now. Obviously both teams want to get the 3 points today, and a few little pushes here and there, a little bit niggly.
Well, before heading into this one, Adamstown only scored 8 goals for the season. Tonight, already at 4. It's a huge stat, something that Martin Slade will most certainly be proud of. They could be in the mood for more here. That's a free kick outside the box. Net swing coming across, jogging across to be exact, to come and take this set piece. The similar position as Wimberley Wright had her strike in the first half, although the difference is Net swing scored from a free kick in the first half. Wimberley Wright's shot saved by Snedden.
That's right, what are the chances? 2 free kicks in a game and you score both. Very good position here.
Net swing on the attempt, and that one driven more low than the first one. Magic looking long, only 2 bodies up there. Wallace looking to flick it onto Otto. Jones now. Fall into the path of Johnny Bree-Gore. Jones tries to work her way through. The Buds piling on the pressure here. Wimberley Wright can't win that challenge. Adamstown playing nice football. Johnson coming across. They've done well here, the Buds, and Jones's final pass should run out of play.
I thought Jones was going to turn and hit that strike with the left foot. It was a decent turn, had a little bit of space on top of the box.
Tanya Jones playing her 6th of the season, also her first hat-trick this campaign, already 2 goals to her name this afternoon. They're breaking a few records this afternoon, the Buds. More importantly, what will please Martin Slade so far is the scoreline. And that's the thing, they weren't too far off Maitland last week in terms of scoreline. Maitland are that team who are used to piling on a big score against opposition, but like you mentioned pre-match, they probably take a bit of confidence from that showing at home last week.
Yeah, definitely. I think they haven't been far off in pretty much all the games they've played. They've had a lot of draws and they've been in a lot of matches. So I think for them tonight, it's finally sort of coming off for them.
Netswang goes to ground. You could probably argue this has been one of Netswang's best game in a Buds jersey, and this one again in a dangerous position for her, dangerous position for a right footer as well to just dink this one into their box.
It's a tight angle, but I'm not betting against the fact that she might shoot.
Certainly could be on the cards. Netswang high into the area, all the way to the back stick. I think that was more across than a shot potentially. Looks like Furusat potentially has gone down in the mix of things there.
That wasn't far away from the top corner, was it? Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a shot or a cross, but looking at that strike, it probably he could have just gone for goal, top corner.
I think that's the thing with those free kicks. If you can just get it into a dangerous area, loop it high, and like you mentioned, that top right corner, it was not too far away. Magic, they've struggled to play out in the early stages of this first half. They've done well here though. Otto, swarmed by Adamstown. They've pinched it back here, Jones. Netswang. Lovely back heel to McFadden. It's a bit cagey there. So Magic look to work their way out. That ball will favour Johnson to chase this one down here. Coming across over this hold. This is where the crowd starts to get into the game. Wallace. Got options left. Decides to take it herself, although she'll slip it through, and it wasn't a bad idea. It's a well-timed run as well. Starting to get a little bit end-to-end, this clash. A lot on the line for both sides. Now Laurie. Space opens up on the right-hand side. A few numbers to aim at if she can find them. That one drilled low. And the cutback, it falls her way back to Laurie, whose strike goes far away to the side. But again, another example of how quickly they can hit on the break, the Buds.
That's right, and I was surprised there Sophie Cook didn't actually try and get that shot on target, but I see what she was doing and obviously lay off to Laurie out there to take that strike.
Johnson makes a run in behind. She'll have to do well to keep this one in. Just one aside the throw though. Livin. Now it's Olivia Otto. Takes an ambitious strike, if that was the target. Few Magic legs starting to tire. Substitutions maybe await both sides. Magic tend to their bench at half-time. Jessica Wallace, Adamstown stuck with the same 11 that started the game. Now it's played on forward. Cameron does well though. Now she's searching for options, but the pass is picked off. Jones again trying to win it. Furusat into the feet of Wallace, being held by Jenna Doyle. Does well to win out though. Wimberley right. Looking out to the right-hand side for Tori Johnson, who turns on the afterburners. Touches a little heavy, but a lovely ball played in. Had some power behind it.
You can see that good battle up there with Wallace and Doyle. A lot of strength on the ball, trying to hold the ball up.
Well, you'd most certainly think if the Magic to find a way back into this game, it's pretty clear that they've got to score next. Tori Johnson to stand over this one. She was dangerous from these type of positions last week. Will be her right foot again to swing this one in. The commentator's curse comes into action.
Yeah, I think she definitely wasn't aiming there. She would have tried to try and get someone on the head. Obviously in that 18-yard box, but gone out for a goal kick.
Sneddon deciding to take this one long, urging the Buds forward. They wouldn't mind this. Clocking the seconds down. Goes now again, her first time touch into the path of her. Now she gets into the tackle side of things, but net swings, broke three, releases it outright. A chance here for the Buds. There's numbers in the box and an early shot is taken there. Cook searching for the shot. She did have a few options in the box though. And we've got another body going to ground this time. Pretty sure, not sure who it is.
Yeah, Adamstown have got in some really good positions in the last few minutes, and obviously Tanya Jones had that early shot that went over the bar, and then Sophie Cook, just had that shot going over the bar again. I just would have liked to see them sort of strike through the ball, get over it, and at least try and get a save off the goalkeeper.
Magic had to turn to their bench early in the first half. This one though, McGovern. Interesting to see if she's able to continue. Magic will play for 10 with 10 players, as it stands right now. Had to do it hard this evening. Returning the likes of Wimberley Wright, Jessica Wallace, if they are to find a way back into this one. Now it's Jones, found herself in that position so many times this evening. Jones, she'll shoot on her left foot. That one drags wide of the post. Magic really have to hold out here, Tara, as they continue to play with 10.
They do, and I think McGovern on the sideline there looks like she's been holding a nose, so potential. Being struck in the nose and got a bit of a bleed there.
It's going to be a grind from here for Dean Cook's girls. Trying to find a way out from the back here. They do well to keep it in, although that one out for a corner. Probably a good thing that Broadmeadow have the bye next week, a chance for some players to rest. They've had a few players gone down with injury. Here comes the corner though, aimed. No chance. Wallace trying to turn on the afterburners and starting an attack from the Magic. That's positive play. So still McGovern out of play. Can Broadmeadow dish up in her absence? Jones wins out. Now switches the play. Cameron now in a battle. She does well to win out, and she's got Johnson in behind if she could time her run. Pass not where she would have wanted. McFadden into Netswang. Netswang. Great footwork. Still, she goes on and dragged down to ground. Wimberley Wright is the third to go into the book. Playing a bit more deeper as well, Wimberley Wright.
Yeah, look, I think she just got sick of the quick feet there, obviously. And Swin was having a little bit of fun and going back and forth, and Wright didn't want to let her get away there. She's playing a little bit deeper. It'd be nice to see her a little bit higher in the pitch. Obviously, she's lethal in front of goals, so you do want to high, but they're obviously under a lot of pressure at the moment, so she's having to help out defensively.
So Granger comes on the field. First time Martin Slade's used his substitutions this evening. Issuing a like-for-like replacement is now this one played. Jones found herself in behind. It's the right idea. Jones just couldn't get it under control. Blanche immediately looks long. Magic just need to get their foot on the ball a little bit. Here come the Buds. Jones on the hunt for a hat-trick, and Jones takes a strike, and that one not too far away. I've been really impressed with the way she's going about her business this afternoon.
Yeah, she's had a lot of opportunities tonight. Probably obviously got the brace so far, looking for that third, which has been a menace up top there for Adamstown, and obviously creating a lot of chances for them.
Magic now, Cameron, that pressure again. Might be a case moving forward. The Magic just try and thump this one forward and get the ball up the other end. Especially the way the scoreline is. Johnson back to Cameron. Wimberley Wright trying to sneak it forward a little bit. Here is Wimberley Wright. Collected, but advantage is played. Tori Johnson now looks to switch the attack. Adamstown have done well to track that one back. Jones trying to get the ball under control. Wimberley Wright wins out, and the two strikers go at it. Wimberley Wright again coming through. McFadden though feeds Netswang. Numbers here for the Bards. Great interception by Furusat. Now Wimberley Wright. Ambitious, you could say, Tara.
It was. I think she saw Snedden off the line a little bit, and to be honest, when you play against Adamstown, they do play with the goalkeeper very high, so you always got in the back of your mind, can I chip the keeper? So props to her for trying.
Maybe a certain Tara Andrews tried the same thing last night as well.
I'm always trying to chip the keeper.
Be Magic to turn to their bench though. Kate Spranger making her way onto the field.
Go.
And Emma McGovern to depart the field. So some fresh legs for the Magic. Hopefully something to inject positivity going forward. Get some legs there in the middle of the park. Cameron, strong challenge, prevents it from being a corner. Is this game shaping up to be one of those that it's an action-packed first half but no goals in the second, Tara?
Look, it happened to me last year. Me and Chris commentating a game, I think there was 5 goals in the first half, and we thought it would be an action-packed second half, and there were no goals. So it's a good chance that could happen.
Good sense Magic will be the more urgent of the two teams, and here goes Johnson doing it all herself. It's not a bad ball into the box. Wallace tries to do it herself. Liddon will shoot from distance and could be turned goal bound. Who do you see though being the play to spark something for Magic if they are to work their way back in this one?
I think, obviously Wimberley Wright is always a threat for Magic. I think Wallace has come on with a lot of energy as well, so I think between those two, we could definitely see some goals and some good combination play. And obviously Tori Johnson on this right-hand side, she's getting some good positions. It's just that final product now. Can she try and whip the ball into a good area?
Yeah, always looking to go down the line is Johnson. On that occasion, though, run out of play for a goal kick. Now it's Adamstown through Laurie. Back to Snedden and Wimberley Wright. Charging down, the threat still not cleared, although the offside flag will go up against Wright.
I'm sure Martin's side was a bit nervous when that happened there. I'm sure he's probably told the girls, to try and keep this lead, let's not do anything too silly. If we don't have to go back to the keeper, if we don't have to go backwards, let's not do that.
Jenna doing now acres of space in front of her, and she'll look long for Jones. Minnie Granger as well chasing that one down.
Jenna Doyle had a lot of space there for a team, like Magic that are obviously trying to win this game. A lot of space there for Jenna Doyle to sort of just dribble it out of the back.
Clever ball. Johnson in behind. She'll take this one herself first time. It's great tracking back from Georgia Cook to make sure she didn't get a shot away on target.
Yeah, I think she just did enough to put enough pressure on Johnson there to then spray that one. Like I said earlier, if she can just get that final product, get that ball across the box for, Wright coming in and Wallace coming in, they could get something out of this.
Jones grabs the shirt there of Ferrisat. Wouldn't be surprised if Magic can get a few bodies forward and look to thump this one into the box. So you sense now is the time. If Broadmeadow wants something from this game, it's not a bad ball. High into the air. Wimberley Wright battling out, but unfortunately for the Magic, free kick's given away of the Buds. And they'll be in absolutely no hurry to take this.
Yes, Snedden slowly walking towards this one. Taking as much time as possible.
So no goals to start this second half. The tempo, though, certainly hasn't died out of this one. Challengers still flying in. First half it saw 6 goals. Adamstown, are they set for their first win of the season? You can say it's been coming. They've been unlucky in a few games this season. And here's one of their most promising players. Jones on the ball now. Tries to do it herself, but dispossessed. Now it's Magic's turn up the other end. Neem Nolan looks long. Otto. It's not on the same page there, and time's just starting to tick down for the Magic. Looks like they turned a corner last week with that win against Charlestown, but they're under the pump. That pass into the box. Blanche didn't show any signs of concern. I think Buds fans are going to be happy with what they're seeing in this one, Tara, especially going forward.
Yeah, lots of promising signs. I think, like I said earlier, they've obviously been playing some decent football, in previous weeks. They just can't really put it all together and get those goals and be the aggressor. But tonight, they've got obviously 4 goals, which is half of what they've scored all season. Taking control of the game, they can play through teams, and now they can play a little bit more direct. So it's coming all together for them tonight.
Cameron trying to keep this one in. Adamstown shout. That one out of play. Wimberley Wright though on the turn. She's done well to reel that one in. Now in a battle with McFadden. Be Horgano that picks it up into the path of Netswang. She's dangerous in these sort of areas. Netswang back to Granger. And this is the part of the field where Adamstown will love to have the ball. Down there, attacking end. Netswang now on the turn. It's brilliant footwork again. Netswang goes for goal all the way to the back stick. And arriving with Sophie Cook. Couldn't get her foot onto that one.
Great little turn there. And across into the box. That far post just a little bit maybe on her heels there, Cook. Not being able to get to that one.
Tanya Jones still pressing the Magic back line. Cameron. Need to get the ball forward. Broadmeadow, that's not going to help their cause.
And I'll give it to Adamstown. They've been pressing the whole game. They haven't let Magic play out easily. They've made it nice and hard, and they've won a lot of ball back up in that front third.
Otto now searching for Wallace. Started the second half with a lot of energy. Wallace should be looking to get the ball here. Here is Wallace searching for the 1-2. Unfortunately, that attack comes to an end. Now the Buds, Netswang in the middle of the park. A lovely dink over the top. Chance for the Buds to break here. Jones a target on forward. Turns on the accelerator. And up against Furusat. It's a good bit of defending from Broadmeadow's centre back, although potentially an injury in the process.
Potentially a bit of a cramp there from Furusat. She's been chasing Tanya Jones all game, so you can see she'd start to get a little bit tired now. But Adamstown keeping up the pressure. Great little combination play there with Cook and Jones on the right-hand side. Got a lot of success on that side throughout this game.
Nicely here, the Magic. Winning herself a throw just shy of the halfway line. Just need to get their foot on the ball a little bit. Netswang though, probably go close to player of the match in this one. Her best performances so far. A Bud shirt, Tori Johnson though chasing this one down. Showing a great amount of energy up against McFadden. Now slips it through to right. Coming across is Hogg. Now Johnson's early ball in. There's a chance here for the Magic. In on goal. Brilliant save by Sneddon. Keeping the Buds in this one. That was probably the closest Broadmeadow have come in this second half. Got a few players down on the ground. Georgia Cook down for the Buds. Play will continue. There's a chance here for the Magic. Wimberley Wright on her weaker left foot, and that shot well over the bar. A chance for everyone to breathe.
What a little period there. What a save from Sneddon, obviously, to do that split and just get her foot onto it. Fantastic save. And then Wimberley Wright there with another chance. I'm sure she would have liked that one again, obviously on her left foot. Leaning back, going away from the ball as she struck it. And over the crossbar.
So Magic, this is the period where they'll have a chance to reset. A few words of encouragement from Dean Cook. Playing out from the back has been one of their issues in this second half. When they have got forward, they have looked dangerous. Adamstown, meanwhile, half of the team with Olivia Sneddon to your right. Just making sure they do ensure this lead stays intact. A reminder, if this result stays the way it is, Adamstown with their first win of the season. Well, everyone's had a breather. Let's hope for an enthralling final part of this second half. Hopefully goals, which is what we saw in that first half. Here's Laurie. Early ball looking for Jones. Into the hands of Blanche.
Just that final product, even from both teams. You know, when they get into those areas, can the cross be, you know, straight across the box in between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box? But there's been a lot of ball that goes behind the goal or into the keeper's hands, which I'm sure they'd want to work on training to get a few more opportunities.
Certainly worked on timing their runs, the Buds. It was something that was frustrating when they last visited Darling Street Oval a couple of weeks back. Could probably even say in that game as well that they, based off that second half, could have like clinched a point from that one. So they've certainly shown signs of progression.
Yeah, that's right. I think that game, you know, if they had another 10 minutes to play that game, there's potential that it would have ended a different way, but they've showed lots of good signs throughout the start of the season.
That game, one-way traffic, you could say, in the final 15, 20 minutes or so. Some Magic now looking to get on the front foot. Kate Spranger in a more advanced role. Granger looking for the run of net swing in field. Now a bursting run down the right, Adamstown looking to put this one to bed. Jones battling, net swing, it'll fall to her. And another chance goes begging for the Buds. Not too far away on that occasion.
Yeah, look, it was a really good cross in. Obviously, Tanya Jones got something on it and set it up for men swing. And she just, I don't know if she toe poked it or what she did, but all that required was probably just a little pass into the side, and she would have beat Blanche.
Here you go, Magic, no. Nice one-touch football. Johnson up the line looking for Cameron. Bit of a switch between the two. Cameron playing more advanced. Johnson will have to hold the right back position for now.
Get up and box him in.
That's a chance. Wallace tries to feed it through to Wimberley right. Wallace will go herself. Adamstown doing well to see out the danger.
And a really good challenge there from Horgan to just get that touch out of Wallace's feet. But looks like she's maybe picked up a bit of an injury in the process. I see a few tired bodies out there. It's been a pretty physical game, both in terms of lots of running and obviously the 1v1 battle. So there'll be a lot of tired people out there, and this last 10 minutes is going to be really important, you know, for Adamstown to hold out, to stay strong, keep their shape, because Magic are going to keep pushing in this last little bit.
Magic will be looking for something in this one. They've got the bye next week. Adamstown head to Macquarie Field to take on Lake Macquarie, who are in action tomorrow against Newcastle Olympic at Darling Street Oval. Lake's 4-1 winners in that round one clash against Olympic. Safe to say times have changed since then. Most obvious case of that is the round one clash between New Lambton and Charlestown. New Lambton running out 10-0 winners.
I think that's the most dramatic turnaround we've had probably in a season before.
Still reckon you can catch 32 goals this season, Tara?
Look, I'm hoping so, but I'll just take it game by game.
Absolute delight to watch you week in, week out for the New Lambton Eagles, who currently sit second on the ladder behind the Maitland Magpies. Now Otto, cross or shot, I'm not too sure there, but Sneddon in no rush to get things back underway. Maitland obviously with the bye this weekend. Maitland fans had to wait a while to see their team in action. Got a taste of what things could be like in the Charity Shield. Here go the Buds. McFadden at the edge of the box. Net swing to Jones. It's a lovely first touch and on the turn. If that would have found its way into the back of the net, that could have been the pick of the lot there, Tara.
Yeah, I think that could have been a contender for goal of the season if that went in. It's all in one action. Chipped it to herself and volley.
Clinical strikers turn and finish, but Magic now. Still got a lot to prove. Wallace trying to do it herself. Releases Otto out wide. Otto shot off the crossbar. Still alive, and that has to be a penalty, and is. There is still hope in this game for Broadmeadow. Interesting to see that one back on replay. It certainly looked from up here like Rimbley right. It's gone to ground. She has a chance now to make a grandstand finish, Tara.
That's right. I think that's always going to happen. Keepers coming out to try and win. Strikers obviously in front. Feel a little tap. Going to go to ground, so Billy Wright to take this one.
She's looking for her 10th of the season. And this will be a crucial one. In not only Magic's season, but also for the Buds. Referee making sure Olivia Snedden is on a line. It'll be Wimberley Wright up against Snedden. And Wimberley Wright converts. Broadmeadow still have hope in this one. 4-3 with not too long to go.
Now there you go. First goal in the second half.
It's been a while between drinks.
It has, and that's going to make a very exciting finish to this game now. Adamstown now under pressure, trying to hold that lead. And that'll give a little bit of confidence to Magic to keep pushing.
They've had to battle a lot in this second half, Broadmeadow. I'm sure they'd be happy to leave Adamstown Oval with a point. But the first goal of the second half goes away of Broadmeadow, and we have a game on our hands here. Adamstown now up the other end. Jones. Magic faithful in attendance, urging their team on. Here's Wimberley Wright. Cameron now. Magic looking to play their way out, sorry. So 3 minutes until we enter stoppage time. Nervous times on both benches. I'm sure Martin Slade will be pretty much more nervous of the two coaches. They've deserved their lead, the Buds, but I know Magic will not go down without a fight.
Yeah, and I'm sure Martin Slade was wishing that, maybe a couple of those early chances in the second half had gone in. Give them that little bit more of a buffer.
Tidy footwork there from Wright. Play will continue. Otto breaking forward down the left. Spranger decides to reset. He was forced more back than she would have liked. That pass out wide. Otto now played forward, but Laurie back to Doyle. Tanya Jones staying up top, knowing her teammates can find her. Magic need to be relentless off the ball. There's a strong challenge. Now a counter-attack potentially on the cards. Wimberley Wright slips it through. Otto, the flag stays down. There's numbers in the box. Otto's low strike. Snedden holds on to the ball well there.
Adamstown need to be careful there. Obviously Magic are very good in transition, and they can score. They've got two very good players up the top who have scored a lot of their goals and can continue to do so today. So they need to be careful playing out and make sure the ball's a little further up the field.
Crowd in attendance here. Nervously watching on these final few minutes. It's been an enthralling clash Wimberley Wright got the goals underway within minutes of the first half. I guess it's fair to say it's been one-way traffic from the Buds, although the Magic have stayed in the fight. Johnson now gives up on chasing this one down. Adamstown thump it forward. Liddon wins the header. Net swing though. Slight a little touch looking for Jones. Thumped it back forward, and Wimberley Wright gets the head on it. Sneddon can get this one in her hands and chew a bit more time down. Undoubtedly send this one long, deep into Magic's half.
Adamstown just trying to slow the game down now. It's obviously where they want the ball. Can they keep it up here?
Jones on the spin, releases it through, net swing. A chance to seal it from the Buds. Beats one, beats two. Mary net swing. Yes! It's there for Adamstown. That's the goal they crave. That's the goal that gives them a bit more assurance. And Tara, I know you were certainly impressed with that one.
I was very impressed. The composure there from Marion Swing. You thought she was going to take that first strike. She's cut back twice, kept her composure and finished that beautifully. I think that'll seal the deal now for Adamstown potentially. But what a great finish. Very impressed with that one.
Look for all money that she might even take the strike on the first time. But what a goal. There's been 5 incredible ones from the Buds this afternoon. Net swing with 2 of those. Hart Slade decides that Sienna Friend will enter the contest for the little time that remains. And Jessica Wallace in a rush to take this kick-off, although time chewed up a little bit there. But the Buds, massive goal for them. Is that the goal that seals all 3 points? Here is net swing. So impressive in this one. And I think that's probably the only thing you can do when she's in a mood like that today.
Yeah, I think so. They can't seem to get the ball off her, so pulling shirts is probably the next thing.
A few afters happening between Jones and the Magic backline. It's been fiery from start to finish this one, and Magic have had a few red cards of their own this season. Got to be careful here that nothing is given to any of those players.
It's very loud on the field at the moment. We can hear lots of people giving direction, yelling, telling them to get forward, whatever it may be. It's very loud to finish this game off.
Wimberley Wright wins the header. Adamstown closing in on victory, but they're in the mood for more. Jones slips on her feet, and the Magic fans certainly impressed by that one. She's probably public enemy number 1, Tanya Jones, as Wright thumps that one forward, inviting Tori Johnson to chase it. Sneddon can probably let this one roll, but she decides to take it back into her box. Jones now on forward. Magic having to doing defensive duties to finish this one. Adamstown still looking a threat when they go forward.
You just don't know what's going to happen next in this game, do you? Exciting stuff end to end. Plenty goals. Plenty of very hard tackles.
Certainly has. It's had all the action you could want on a Saturday evening. Round 8, the season well and truly in full swing now. Magic now will look to thump this one into the box. Can this game keep on delivering? It'll be Wimberley Wright. Need to get this one into a dangerous area to invite her teammates onto it. That's certainly not a bad cross. Right into the air. A few Magic players chasing it. But Sneddon not only happy to claim, happy to get the ball forward, because it's a potential break here for the Buds if they can find it. It's a 3-on-1. Jones into her path. Laurie making the run. Laurie in behind. Has Granger in the box. Laurie's ball in and Cameron clears. Crucial defence there from the Magic. Now Tori Johnson. Wallace will find herself in behind, but with no teammates in support, she'll have to do it herself. Jessica Wallace, and great tracking back. Georgia Cook has been busy in this one. Granger into net swing, being chased down by a few Magic players. Jones happy to hold this one up right in front of the Magic bench. Infield to Granger. Hayden clips the heels there of Wallace. Now Wimberley right. Looks out wide, but the referee says that one's taken a bit too quickly. Right's ball in. Laurie's there to claim. Net swings pass, almost back to herself there. Now she looks long. Ball out wide to Granger. Wimberley right, she's played a bit deeper in the second half. Good footwork from right. Doing it all herself and now releasing a ball into the box, which Adamstown struggled to clear and nearly an opening there, but Sneddon falls into her arms.
Can't be long left now. I think only a few minutes, if anything.
Massive relief for the Buds. Something they've been working towards throughout this whole season. You can see the identity. And this is certainly going to give them a lot of confidence heading forward. And there it is, Adamstown, their first win of the campaign. And they did it in some fashion as well. 5 goals to 3. They run out winners against the Broadmeadow Magic. Tara, you've got to be pleased for this Adamstown side.
Very pleased. I think, like I said earlier, they've been playing some good football in the first round of football, in the first round of this league, and for them to finally sort of put it all together tonight, get a few goals, obviously 5 in one game for them tonight. So really impressive to see. And I think this will just be the start of the rest of their season.
Well, what a display it was. Mary Netswang, probably arguably one of her best performances in a Bud shirt. So as I mentioned, Adamstown 5, Broadmeadow Magic 3. What a game it was for myself, Harry Scobie and Tara Andrews. Thank you for your coverage, and we'll see you soon for more football action.
And it's so refereeing so bad.